Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a journal with me session documenting a spontaneous road trip with my parents to Bag of Beans in Tagaytay, Philippines. Tagaytay City has always been our go-to place for quick road trips. It's close to Manila, has amazing weather, and of course great food. This time we visited the main branch of Bag of Beans, a restaurant I absolutely love, especially for its cozy interior. So let's get started. To document this, I started by selecting materials that I wanted to use for the spread, including a mix of ephemera, washi tape, stamps, and journaling cards. Before committing to a final design, I like to play around with the larger elements first, such as the restaurant logo and photos, carefully arranging them on the page. I wanted to create a spread that captures the warm and cozy vibe of Bag of Beans. The logo from the napkin serves as the main focal point of the page. It's such a nice little keepsake that instantly brings back memories of our visit. I don't rush this process because experimenting with placement allows me to create a more balanced and visually appealing composition. Taking my time also gives me the freedom to adjust and layer different textures, making the spread feel more dynamic and cohesive. Once I'm satisfied with the layout, I begin gluing everything down. For napkins and paper ephemera, I use a permanent glue stick to ensure they stick well without warping the paper. For photos, I prefer double-sided tape as it provides a strong hold while keeping the surface smooth and wrinkle-free. I don't usually plan my layouts in advance because I prefer to trust my creative instincts and let the design unfold naturally. Before journaling, whenever I recall the event and look at the pictures, I just have a basic idea of the vibe I want for my spread, as this helps determine my choice of colors. While looking at other creative journal spreads can be inspiring, I find it far more satisfying to allow creativity to flow without overthinking. I wanted to create a border to frame the logo using a washi tape that complements the color scheme of the spread. Instead of placing a whole strip of washi tape, I'm tearing it into small pieces to create uneven organic edges. This adds a more natural textured look to the page, making the design feel less rigid and more visually interesting. So as a journaling tip, tearing washi tape instead of cutting it with scissors can give your journal pages a more handmade and artistic feel. Next, I'm selecting some wooden stamps to fill in the empty spaces and add more visual interest to the spread. These stamps are from Shamil Garden, a brand known for its beautiful, intricate designs that complement creative journaling. For inking, I'll be using VersaFine Vintage Sepia, which is a rich, warm brown ink that enhances the vintage and cozy aesthetic of the page. This color blends well with the overall earthy tones of my materials, creating a harmonious and balanced look. Now I'm adding small strips of washi tape to fill in the empty spaces and create a more balanced composition. Notice that I'm using the same washi tape design on both the left and right pages to maintain cohesion and visual harmony. Repeating elements like this helps tie the spread together, making it feel intentional and well composed. Next, I'll be adding these tiny circle stickers from paper hands. Introducing different shapes helps break the monotony of the page since the larger elements are arranged in a structured way. Adding circle elements bring contrast and movement, making the layout feel more dynamic and visually engaging. To fill up the empty space in the bottom right corner of the right page, I'll be using a clear stamp. This particular design leaves space for me to stamp the date later on, which is a great way to add a functional yet decorative element to the spread. As a final touch, I'm adding this map design empty washi tape to the empty space below the clear stamp I placed earlier. This small detail helps fill the gap while enhancing the travel theme of the spread. Now let's move on to the journaling part. I'm planning to write a short note about what happened that day, who I was with, where we went, the ambiance of the place, and how the food tasted. I like to capture the essence of the experience without feeling pressure to write too much. There are times when I write long, detailed entries, especially when I want to fully document my thoughts and emotions. But today, I prefer to keep it brief. It really depends on my mood and how much I feel like reflecting at the moment. So, as a journaling tip, if you're unsure how much to write, start with key details: who, what, when, where, and how you felt. A short but meaningful entry can still capture the moment effectively. But if you prefer longer journaling, consider adding a hidden journaling card or an extra page to expand your thoughts. And lastly, bullet points or shorter sentences work well when you want to keep things concise yet informative. So here's the completed spread. I love how it captures the warmth and joy of our spontaneous road trip to Bag of Beans. From the delicious food to the cozy ambiance, and most importantly, the precious time spent with my parents. The spread is a perfect reminder that creative journaling is all about trusting the process and allowing yourself to experiment, play, and enjoy. There's no right or wrong way to do it, just your way of telling your story. What about you? Do you like to plan your layouts in advance, or do you prefer to go with the flow and let your creativity guide you? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please check out the other videos in my memory keeping and traveler's notebook playlists. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss the next one. Thanks for watching and happy journaling. Bye!